Hello and welcome to another episode of ClickDesigns. Super excited to be here with you today. My name is Angie Norris. I'm a power user of ClickDesigns here from week to week to show you what I use the platform for, how you can be inspired to create amazing graphics, and what are the possibilities behind this amazing tool. We are in a series that we're closing out today called ClickDesigns for Industry Professionals. We have closed out this series with products. And so last week we talked about beauty brands. The week before that was digital products. And so I thought, what more fun would this be if we talked about physical products, which I know that we've covered this many times, but I thought I want to make sure you guys understand that it's not that you have to be selling products. You can be an affiliate like I am. You can be someone who is thinking about having a side hustle, launching physical products without actually delivering the products. Like, hey, what is that called? KDP, right? KDP, Amazon KDP. Maybe you can do mugs. You can do t-shirts. There are so many ideas out there where print on demand is so big right now. And I love this topic because I'm getting into a lot of this stuff. So for you, whether you are selling a book, a t-shirt, a mug, and the sky's the limit, which we're going to talk about today, you can use ClickDesigns to make all of your graphics, whether the graphics are of the product, or maybe it's a mock-up, or maybe it's the graphics that help showcase the products, or it's a web page. All of that can be done inside of ClickDesigns. So we're going to jump into the software here. Super excited that you're here with me today. I hope you guys are having an amazing Monday and that you're trucking along this July. I can't believe we're going to be closing out this month, but thank you for all that you do and all that you're sharing. I love that you're here. Say hi in the chat if you can, and let us know where you're tuning in from, because I love seeing where you guys are at in the world, because it makes me dream big of places that I need to go and visit and experience. All right, let's jump into the software and get started. Inside my ClickDesigns dashboard, we are going to be closing out this series called ClickDesigns for Industry Professionals, and we've rounded it out at the end here with product sellers, because e-com is huge. Everyone loves places like Amazon, and what better to have really cool graphics that really depict how awesome your products are, whether they're digital, which we covered a few weeks ago, beauty related or niche related, which we covered beauty brands last week. But there's also lots of other niches or niches, whatever you want to say it, a lot that you guys can choose from, whether it's in the medical space or maybe it's the t-shirts space. There's also the supplement space. So lots of things that you guys could create graphics for. But as you know, last week we talked about beauty brands. And this week we're going to be focused on product sellers that are more physical in nature, because we know that when you go to Amazon, you want to have this feeling that you can see what you're going to get. And the better you can create graphics to make that happen, the better your sales are going to be. So if you go over here to templates and you scroll all the way over here to packaging, these are mostly the physical in nature products that we're going to be talking about. Now, last week we used these right here, these lotions, and I created a logo and added my logo to them. But there's lots of other types of beauty related. There are spray bottles, pump bottles. I've been making my own mosquito spray, and this would be the perfect way for me to create that so that it looks good. And my mosquito spray is awesome. So if I go up here to spray bottles and I scroll down here, I can look for one that resembles my bottle. My bottle is usually blue in nature. I'm creating a bunch now, but it's really cool. So I can scroll down here and find a label that looks very similar and then change it, right? So we can do that maybe today. Maybe we'll focus on other things, but I just want to show you how these are. And then if you scroll over here, you can click on beverages. glass, paper, mugs, cans, and plastic. I can tell you one thing, mugs. I have been really into mugs lately, and what better than to launch some products over on Amazon. People are making pretty good money over there using Amazon's print on demand, or you can find another one. So click on supplements, tons here. You guys know that we've covered supplements many times. Bags, if you want to be really cool, you can create a bag to put onto your website or your graphics to show that they actually can use these little shopping bags. Boxes are huge. I have created custom boxes live with you guys, and it never gets old. These are so fun, and they're great when you can turn them from something digital. So like you see these and people get a feeling of what they're going to get, and then when they get it in the mail, it's just like, boom, how cool is that? Food obviously is huge. We're all foodies, aren't we? I know I'm a foodie. And then mock-ups are really popular as well. So those, and on the left side are even more things for the mock-ups. Just so much stuff, guys, just so much stuff. Okay, so if I want to scroll even more over here and click on apparel, now we can see that these are also things that you can create from sweatshirts, t-shirts, hoodies, tank tops, sportswear, toddlers, face masks, and caps, right? And I made my husband a t-shirt the other day, and it said something to the effect of, "Sorry I'm late, I didn't want to come," because we laugh about how he could be in our home and never leave, and he's okay with that. I'm more social, as you guys know, so I get out there, but these are just really cool. You can create your own images here. You can create your own graphics, and then you can sell these. But the point is when you have a website, so if I go over here to templates and I click on pages, and we find something that has more of a product-based thing, so I don't think it worked. Let me go back, click on pages again. Pages, there we go. Okay, here we go. And then we look over here, we have product launch pages, and we'd have to kind of eyeball these. So look at this one. This one's supplements. That would be a great one. Actually, I like that a lot. I mean, we can take this and turn it into a beauty brand like we did last week. We can take it, I mean, I just love the design team for ClickDesigns. They just do such a great job. Look at this one. This one is a supplement. Very cool. Very cool. Very e-com. So these are perfect for what we're talking about today. Let's look at this one. This is another supplement. So a lot of supplements are very popular, and it's great because you can use these for when you're either selling them yourself, creating these for clients, or perhaps you are an affiliate and you want to create a bridge page. Look at this. This one is chips. So you can actually showcase those and so forth. So it looks like they did some pretty cool stuff. Now this is digital in nature, but there are things you can create that are physical. And I'm going to show you that in a minute. Here is another beauty product. This one has keto boost, so you get the idea. And this one has CBD oil. So I remember doing a website for a guy for CBD oil a long time ago. I think the regulations have changed. It was very highly regulated last time. I mean, that was probably a decade ago, but it's pretty cool. So all of these are physical in nature, right? So how awesome is that? Like we can take this, use the ones I made last week, put them out here, change the colors to mine, boom, we got it, right? So that's the sales pages, and why when you create these packaging over here, it gives people your buying experience of, hey, this is what you're going to get, this is what it's going to look like, and they can imagine it, and that's the best for me. And then you can create social media graphics based on that. So if we just typed in product, let's just see what comes up. Let's go back over here to templates, type in product. Let me see. Okay, so if you look here, you'll see that there are lots of products. Now, don't discount other physical products like books. Books are very, very huge, and you can use that not just as a physical hardback book, but also digital. And I know we talked about digital already, so we're not going to go deep on that, but I just want you to know that you can use those types of things. Workbooks. So if I come out of here and go back to templates, and we scroll over here to box shots, this gives people a physical feeling of software or something that comes out of a box, right? It reminds me of like when early 20s. Early 2000s was when I was in my 20s, and you would get these huge boxes when you go to the store, right? Like Microsoft Office. I remember it was an actual physical box that you brought home, and it had DVDs, I think back then, or CDs, and covers. You can create reports, magazines, and these can be physical in nature. I actually have a workbook that I created about, it's been 15 years. It's crazy, actually longer than that. But 15 years ago, I made a workbook called the Rocket Book, and it was called Rocking Your Business for Direct Sellers. And it had worksheets, and it had lots of different things inside of it to help them be better at their direct selling business. And I created it because I was a direct seller at the time on the side, and I used it for myself, and I started selling it for like $30, and people bought it, which was really good. All right, so you can continue on with magazines. We did a magazine last week, so you'll see that you can sell a lot more. Covers 2.0 goes a little more in depth with the books and the insides of the CDs and workbooks, but you understand what I'm talking about. One of the things is creating laminated sheets. So one of my clients, Perry Belcher, he is known for making laminated sheets. He'll mail those out. And I have a laminator here at home, so it's great if I made a cheat sheet or a checklist, or I went over to illustrations, and you could see that there's a lot of things you can do with this. Annotations actually is a great one for laminated sheets. So like, say if I was showing someone how to be an affiliate for ClickDesigns and I wanted to make a graphic here, I could use this as a mind map, or I could use this as a process and then laminate it and say, hey, if you opt in or you pay shipping only, you get this for free. I will mail you this physical laminated sheet that they can put up in their bulletin board and use as a guide when they're going to do whatever you're teaching. So it's pretty cool. All right, so that's kind of the explanation of physical e-com products. So let's get into the weeds now and create some stuff. Now, I want to focus on packaging, and we did beauty, we've done supplements. Let's do a mug. How about a mug? Beverages. Go over here and look at this. Okay, so let's see what would be a great mug to create. So the first thing is we're going to make a simple mug. And let's see something here. Let's go down to just a simple mug. How about a dark mug? Let's click on this right here. All right, here we have this mug. We can change it to whatever color we want. Let's make the color, what color do you guys want it? Maybe a gray like that. That looks pretty good. Okay, edit. Now here is what they have. We are going to take out the background, make it white for now. And then actually we want it to be dark, so let's make it gray. And we're going to change this out to a day here. And we're going to make this kind of funny. A day without, I'm going to move this one up and say coffee. Oops. Move that over here, right here, and make this here. A day without coffee probably won't, let's move this over here, probably won't kill me. And then let's duplicate that by clicking over here on the other layer options, duplicate, and then change this to, but why risk it? Okay, so this is our cute little mug here. We can take out this. I like these arrows. Let's do that, move that up just like so. And then let's make these my colors, right? So go over here to brand kit, click on that, click on the brand kit, there we go, and the brand kit. Okay, so made in my colors. Let's see what this looks like. And there you have it. And so here we have this, which looks great. I'm going to go to this background right here. I'm going to copy this out and we're going to match it. So let's go to save and exit and then click on colors and then add that. So now it's going to make it that. Pretty cool, huh? So that's cool. A day without coffee probably won't kill me, but why risk it? Oh, I see one thing. Click on edit. Change this to my colors. Save. Okay, awesome. All right, so now I want to go over here to something new. I'm going to try something. I have never tried this before. I'm going to click on blank canvas. We're going to do wide. How about, let me think. Let's do 1920, and then we're going to do 300. Continue. All right, that's probably too big. Let's go to 600. Let's do here, 600. We're going to try something cool. So just bear with me for a moment. Let's do 800. Let's see. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Okay. Now I want to go to AI images. So I'm going to click on image, and we're going to create kind of a cool graphic here. So let's create a graphic. What do we want? How about a mountain scenic graphic? And then let's do 4 variations. Let's do digital art. How about fantasy art? And we're going to do wide and just see what happens. All right, so if we click on this, that's beautiful, right? So let's go like that. That's pretty. I like that. Okay, we're gonna make it just like this and click on save. And I'm gonna export this. You're gonna see what I'm doing in a minute. Let's click on exit. Okay, so I have this. Now what I want to do is I'm going to go over to mugs again. So click on templates. We're going to go over to mugs. All right, and I want to create a series. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this and we're just going to click on this right here. All right, and then we're going to click on edit, designs. Let's take all of this. Okay, and then go to designs and we're going to click on use. Okay, so there's our image right there. We're going to make it the whole thing. Okay, so we're going to do that. Okay, that's the first one. And then we're going to duplicate it just like so. Okay, so this is the number 1, and then for number 2, we're going to move this all the way over. So let's see. So this is number 1, right? And we have like right here. Let's go to number 2, and you'll have to bear with me for a minute. Okay, that's number 2. Okay, let's go to another one, number 3. And number 3 is going to be like that. Okay, so here we're going to, this is going to be number, let's do that, number 1. Okay, and then click on save and exit. Okay, this is number 1. Let's go ahead and click on this export. Okay. And then what we want to do is go back in here. And I'm going to do the number 2 now. And then save and exit. And then we'll click on export. And then we'll click on edit. And we'll go to the final one right here. And then click on save and exit. And then we're going to export. Okay, so bear with me. Now, what I want to do is click on save, exit, and now I want to go to a social media banner. So let's go over here to marketing and click on a banner. So these are my designs. Let's click on templates. Go back over to marketing. Let's see here. Okay, we want a banner ad. So let's see, top cover photo. Something like this. Okay, let's click on this one. All right, so now I'm going to take out that graphic and we're going to add, so I could go here to designs, but I'm not going to do that. What I want to do is I want to drag and drop those mugs that we created. So here's 1. Here's 2. And here's 3. All right, so let's click on these. 2, 3. Okay, and we're gonna select all of these. I'm gonna go over here and click on this, hold down the shift button, and then let's make them smaller. I want them to be the same size, so this is my trick to do that. Okay, there we go. Just like that. Maybe a little bit bigger. Okay, so we've got mugs now. So then we can now arrange the mugs. So here's 1 and 2 and 3. So you can see that I've made like this kind of cool mountainous top, right? So if you really wanted to make them pop, you can do it like this, like that, right? How it kind of like all goes together. How cool is that, right? Or you can just have one on the other side, and we can even flip it horizontally like this and like this. We can make them small, big, whatever, you know. So I wanted to show you how easy it is to kind of make your own design using AI as well. So if I put that up here, let's put this down there, and then make this one kind of smaller, but right here. Okay, so here, super sale, and let's type in mugs. Super sale on mugs. Like this. Perfect. Let's make this background my colors. There we go. Cool. And make this white. It's not working. There we go. Okay. We have to recreate it, but that's okay. So it's part of a group. So discount off. We can move this down right here. Move that top. And then buy now. Just like that. Okay. Move this over. Make it smaller. All right, so now we have a little banner. We can make the background into something cool. We could add the background. So if we click on image and then add this background and make it go to the back, this, and then what we want to do is make it like, how cool is that? Look at that. That looks actually pretty cool. So, and then you can just arrange these however you want them. Mugs, 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 mugs. Perfect. Looks actually pretty good. Okay, so that would be a cool banner that you could use. And if for some reason you can't get this to change colors, which let me see, there we go. Perfect. Awesome. And I might add a stroke here. Let's add a black stroke like that. Oh, I like that. Okay, cool. Save. Awesome. I would use this graphic. I would definitely be sharing a graphic like this out, but I just wanted to show you how you can make like the multi thing too that a lot of people do. Okay, now, since we have that, we've made a mug. I want to make a t-shirt. So I was doing something fun this weekend, and I was creating this little physical gift as a favor. We were having a girls' night out, and I made these little logos, like almost like stamps for passports, and I put them on a really fun image, and I'll show you what I did. Let's go back to dashboard. Okay, so if you scroll down here and I show you my designs, I made this logo, this one, this one, this one, and this. And I put together a survival kit. So this right here, if you look, I have a label maker, and I made these little tiny suitcases, and I put some mints and gum and chapstick, makeup remover, wipes, a little thing of alcohol. There's a face mask in there. There's Tic Tacs. And then I used ClickDesigns to create these little cute little logos. Moms just want to have fun, girls' night out. And then I put these little passport stamps on there. They turned out really, really cute. And my friends and my family loved it. But I use that here. What if I wanted to sell these, which I've thought about doing because they're so popular, and these are great for weddings, for girls' nights out, for any kind of really trip. I made some for the little kids yesterday and put some goodies in there, like candy, and put their names on the front. So very, very cute. And that's what I would use that for as far as physical. And the other thing that I love doing is t-shirts. So if I wanted to continue, I could go over here and go to apparel, and we have, these are t-shirts. I can go to tank tops and find a tank top I like. How about this one? And then click edit, take out this stuff, and then now go to designs, and you'll see that I've made these custom graphics. So if I click that, you'll see I made this right here, Mom's Night Out. And let's preview that. So I made this for my mother-in-law because my kids call her Mimi. And we went out, so I made her this cute little shirt. Isn't that awesome? I can change the colors to make them pink. Let's see here. Or red. Or purple, right? So you can play around with that. Okay, exit. Let's go back here to templates. Scroll over here to apparel. Let's find one more. Let's click on, let's do hoodies, and scroll down here to this. And we stayed at this gorgeous place called the Landing Hub, and I made a logo. Let's see here. Image. Actually, go to designs. I made it here and click use. Background remover. Okay, I'm going to take that out. I think I have a design here. Let's see, custom graphics. Wonder why it's not working. Oh, there it goes. Okay. I was like, what's going on? Okay. So I made this little logo. So let's see what it looks like. Ooh, that looks pretty cool. So what I like about this is you can do some edits here. Preview. Pretty good. Save and exit. Okay, that looks epic. How cool is that? All right, exit. Okay, so we've created mugs and some apparel today because I wanted to show you guys physical, but the sky is the limit, and you can go back to lots and lots of training. We've covered so much, from supplements to beauty products, physical products, digital products. And today I wanted to focus more on like the e-com with Amazon. You can upload this in these graphics to Amazon and really showcase your products and services. Or if you're doing print on demand through Printify or KDP, anything where you've created the design, you've created the product, you put it on these software tools and these platforms that will create it for you. It's even better. You don't even have to have inventory, right? So really, really neat, really, really cool. Hope this kind of sparked your idea of what to do. Like I said, I made these cute t-shirts this weekend for my family and we had a blast. All right, guys, I'm going to close this out. All right, what'd you guys think? Yeah, not that difficult. And if you are merely using this training as a practice, go in there and try making some graphics so that you get that muscle memory of how to use this amazing tool. The more you use it, the more addicting it is. As you guys can see in my account, I'm using my account. I used to have a demo account and I used to just show you guys the demo account. And then I'm like, I'm just going to show them my real account. And combined, I have created well over 20,000 images because you know what? I use it every single day because it's just so easy. It literally saves me so much time as a Photoshop user my whole life. And I can do some pretty amazing things with Photoshop. It just takes too long. It takes longer to open the software and get to all the stuff than it does just to get in here, pick a template, boom, 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 publish, click, download, whatever it is that you're doing. And I can't tell you how much it has saved me in time and money. I don't have to hire someone. I don't have to worry about any of that. Now, you guys could be selling your creations. You could be selling services to create designs for other people on Fiverr, doing it for yourself. Maybe it's for your family. I do stuff for my family all the time using ClickDesigns, and I know I've been very open with all that stuff, and I'll be making more this fall as my kids go into all their sports seasons. But no matter what, knowing that you have this tool at your disposal is just mind-blowing to me. So I hope you guys enjoyed this session. I hope it inspired you. Please go create some stuff, put it in the Facebook group, share what you're using it for, and share your wins. If you are making money, if you save time by using ClickDesigns for a new product or an existing product, please share all of that with us. We love hearing from the community. And as a fellow Click designer, I love sharing with you guys here on these lives from week to week to week. I think we're at episode, 117, 118, a lot. We are trucking through. We've been doing this for 2 years plus, and it never gets old because the ideas are endless with ClickDesign. So I'll close this out here today. Great. Have a great rest of your day, a great rest of your week, an even better weekend, and I will see you on the next episode of ClickDesigns. Bye, everyone.